Hi guys, happy Friday. Don't know if you saw, but we are having a Black Friday sale through the end of the Thanksgiving weekend for all resumes, executive summaries, and LinkedIn. If your LinkedIn is feeling a little weak, you don't love it, and you want some help with that, that's certainly something we can do. The one thing I just wanted to quickly talk to you guys about on a Friday afternoon is AGEISM. It's probably the single biggest question I get from candidates. Anyone really 40 and over is on the AGEISM piece. And, as a career coach, I work with a lot of individuals that are probably late 40s till about mid to late 50s. And I fall into that category. So I'm here to help. I will tell you, as a recruiter, in my entire career, the biggest thing I've ever come up against is ageism. You see it in some industries more than others, but here's some tips that I'm going to give you guys. If you're putting your resume together, certainly we'd love to help you, but if you're doing it on your own, here's some things to think about. And I wrote them down so I didn't forget. The one thing is to find the right format, not only for you and your industry, but just also make sure it looks modern and it's not something that's completely out of date. Resumes are trendy, and you don't need to be like super trendy, but you also don't want something that you maybe had 10 years ago. The second thing is really don't need more than 10 or 15 years on your resume. We don't, if you're 50 and you started work at 22, 23 years old, we don't necessarily need to see that. So you really want to just highlight the last at least 10 to 15 years, you can take what you did previously to that in your summary or executive summary, which I highly recommend. So if you are a senior manager and above and you do not have a summary, executive summary, and I don't mean a cover sheet, I don't love cover sheets, executive summary, I would highly recommend that, and that's something we can help you with. The other thing is no graduation dates. I think a lot of people know that, but I still see on LinkedIn a lot of times with people with graduation dates, do not put your graduation date on there. They don't need to know when you graduated. So if you're in your 20s and early 30s, it's not a big deal. But the older you get, you probably just don't want to put that on there to face any type of discrimination. The other thing is your summary. Make sure your summary is really solid. Like if you just have 3 or 4 lines and it's just real fluff, I'm a dynamic leader, that's really not something that is really going to hook. And so you really got to have a really, really solid summary on your resume. That's critical. The other thing is, and this is a biggie, guys. If you've got solid technology, software skills, strong technology skills, strong certifications, you want to embody that in your resume, but you also want to pull that out in another section and also reiterate that. So keep it with each position where you had those different certifications or technology skills, but you want to really have another section to really highlight that, because that's really important. Because the old adage is that, if we're older, we just don't have that technology skill like some of the younger generations do, and that's not necessarily always true. So make sure that if you have great skills, that you're really pulling that out and highlighting it. Use a modern font. You don't want to use something that's an old resume format, an old resume font. That's not necessarily a huge deal, but I would just say try to really keep it up to date. And then one last thing, and I'm sorry, got some construction behind me here. The one last thing is the executive summary. Make sure that you do an executive summary. That's something we can help you with, but I cannot tell you how important that is. I have my candidates that I work with, if they're interviewing, if we didn't send their executive summary prior to that, it's something that they do as a leave behind when they go on a interview, and it really is a nice touch at the end of the interview. So that's just a couple ideas for you guys. So if you have any questions, please reach out. Certainly we are doing our Black Friday sale through the end of Thanksgiving weekend. We are raising our prices just a little bit, but we are for 2023. You can purchase it now and then use it for 2023. We're just really having a great sale. We had it earlier for the veterans as well. And if you are a veteran, I will give you even a little bit bigger discount if you missed out on the Veterans Day resume sale as well. Or I hate saying sale, discount, whatever. I try to really help out the veterans as I'm a veteran as well. Anyways, have a great Friday. I've already had a glass of wine opened. It's late in the day. Have a wonderful weekend. Bye.